You're watching ABC4 News, celebrating 75 years.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Millions of Americans could feel the impact of a major storm system that's bringing rain, wind, and snow to much of the West and is then expected to travel over the heartland and into the Northeast in the coming days. Here's ABC's Jacqueline Lee with the details.
As major winter storms travel across the country, millions of Americans are bracing for treacherous weather conditions. In California, powerful winds toppling trees and bringing down power lines, leaving homes and businesses in the dark. Thunderstorms leading to a ground stop at LAX. Departures bound for parts of California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona delayed. Some arrivals diverted to Ontario, California. In the Los Angeles River, the heavy rains raising the water level several feet higher than usual.
It's pretty treacherous conditions up north. There's a lot of snow, a lot of ice.
Further north, the San Francisco Bay Area seeing its second day of snow.
Legit snow. Like, no joke, not just a little dusting, but legit snow here in the East Bay Hills. 10-year-old Jackie Pierce getting the chance to build her first snowman.
Thank you, weather, for snowing.
Portland, Oregon hit with more snow. A state highway worker injured after stopping to help a motorist. The driver of the van losing control after hitting ice. That same weather system expected to move east through the weekend, bringing with it damaging winds to parts of the Midwest, where residents are already digging out from a storm earlier this week. Many in Michigan are still without power after an ice storm blanketed parts of the state on Wednesday. And the Northeast, which hasn't seen much wintry weather so far this season, could feel the impacts of that western storm by Tuesday. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, New York.
New testimony from disgraced former attorney Alex Murdaugh as he stands trial for the murders of his wife and son. Answering questions about the night he found their bodies and detailing a serious addiction to prescription drugs. The state suggesting Murdoch changed his story to fit the evidence, confronting him with his pattern of lies to law partners, friends, and family.
You lied to Maggie, didn't you?
I did lie to Maggie.
You lied to Paul?
Sometimes.
You lied to your father?
I'm sure I did at some point.
Murdoch went on to admit he lied to investigators about his whereabouts the day his wife and son were killed in 2021, admitting he was at the crime scene moments before the murders, but adamantly denying that he killed his wife and son. And in Nevada, 5 people are dead after a medical flight crashed last night. The crash happened around 9 p.m. in Stagecoach, Nevada, about 40 miles east of Reno. The pilot, a flight nurse, a flight paramedic, a patient, and a patient's family member all died. REMSA, Regional Emergency Medical Services Authority, released a statement in part saying, "Our immediate focus is helping our team members and families as well as the responding agencies. We'll work with each of our operations to ascertain when they're able to return to service." And Friday marked 1 year since the start of the war in Ukraine, the solemn anniversary coming as new military aid arrived and the U.S. warns China of the consequences of providing aid to Russia. Here's ABC's Patrick Reevell with the details.
As the war in Ukraine enters its second year, Ukraine tonight battling to hold off Russian assaults on the eastern front line as new military aid arrives. On Friday, the first key Leopard 2 tanks reaching Ukraine from Poland.
Our senior military leaders really believe that the things they need most right now are armored capabilities, artillery capabilities, air defense capabilities. Those are the things that we believe they're going to really need here in the weeks and months ahead.
The Biden administration issuing what they're calling one of its most significant sanctions actions to date against Russia. The new package targets more than 200 additional people and companies, both in Russia and other countries, aiming to crack down on sanctions evasion. It comes amid concerns China is on the verge of supplying lethal aid to Moscow. Ukrainian President Zelensky saying preventing that is his #1 priority. President Biden telling ABC's David Muir he's warned President Xi Jinping against it.
And I said, and if you are engaged in the same kind of brutality by supporting the brutality that's going on, I said, you may face the same consequence. Biden and
G7 leaders met with Zelensky virtually on Friday, promising to intensify financial and military support and to maintain it as long as it takes. In Kyiv, Zelensky presented military chaplains with state awards, marking the solemn anniversary of the start of the war. The UN says 13 million Ukrainians have been driven from their homes, 8 million of them as refugees in Europe. Meanwhile, Ukraine in a desperate battle to hold the eastern city of Bakhmut. Its top ground forces commander tonight travelling there to help personally direct the defence as Russia tries to encircle it. Patrick Reevell, ABC News, Kyiv.
All right, switching gears, coming up, we've got a live look at Deer Valley. You can see the clouds that are increasing across the state. This is southwest flow ahead of another storm system. Talk more about timing and details right after the break. Stay with us.